Hey Pisces, welcome to August. How are you feeling? I feel like you are like holding it down. Last month was really busy for you with work. Moonlight at the bottom of your deck. It's almost like now you're like basking in the joy or the accomplishment or the feeling of accomplishment of everything that you've done so far. There's a beautiful owl here that I'm called to now. So definitely look up that spiritual energy, as well as congratulating yourself really and acknowledging the wisdom that you've gained. Your strength is coming to life, which I feel is this is you really blossoming into something new. Oh my God, I love this card, and I've never pulled this card. Woo, this is gorgeous. There is some fish energy here, but it's like you've molded yourself into what you've always envisioned you could be and should be. And if you aren't feeling like that yet, this strength card is coming to let you know that that really is how powerful you are, your manifestation abilities, being Piscean, being able to tap into the dark or the birth, the cosmic womb, and create is what you need to lean into. So leaning into your creativity, leaning into stillness, leaning into the visioning. And your challenge, though, is into the unknown. So it's literally that you needing to take space here and residence here instead of in the fear, because you don't have to do this haphazardly. And I think that's your challenge, is like figuring out what manifestation looks like for you, what surrender looks like for you, versus letting life just happen. So let's get into this, Pisces. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. And this is coming to me in the form of business connections, partnerships, investors, investing, and not necessarily in this business, but another business venture that I have. Really being more bold about embodying my full self, and where I had previously been afraid to talk about all the entirety of myself as an oracle, but also as an investor, a real estate developer, and worried that if people knew that I was a spiritual guide, spiritual advisor, an oracle, that they wouldn't want to work with me. And it's literally my prayer at the beginning of this year was, how do I do both? How can I basically, not even if it's not necessarily doing business with the same clients, like that they're be one and the same, but at least being able to do both. But it is showing up that I feel like I will be able to do both, right? That's my Pisces moon. That's the guide's views. Like, you may not figure out and see how it's possible, but literally it's possible. You just have to ask and surrender and walk. So let's look at the challenge. Life is an adventure. Inexperience plus overconfidence can lead you into a dangerous situation for which you're unprepared. Always remember that wisdom comes from experience. Keep an open mind and enter this part of your journey with alert eyes. Don't assume you know this territory. You may not recognize what is hidden by camouflage. This is not the time for a careless adventure. So, yes to the new part of your journey, yes to the unfolding, but don't take risks that you haven't schooled yourself and guided yourself on. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you consult the people you need to consult. Don't throw away everything that you built.